All right. So before you actually put on your PPEs or take off your PPEs, you will see that your PPEs will be found outside your residence or your client's door, or you will find them in, or you'll have them in your car if you're in community. If you're in a group home, they would be right outside the residence or the client's door. So what you're going to do first is you're going to wash your hands, 2 pumps, and you are going to wash the front of your hands, back of your hands, in between, and it should take about 15 seconds. The only reason this takes any less time is because you can do it on the move. So we are going to then put on or don our gowns, etc. So you will find a tray outside the residence room. You'll make sure your hands are completely dry before you touch anything. So you will see the first thing that you'll put on is your gown. We're going to use these plastic gowns right now, but usually they're made out of yellow cloth. This is what the school's provided for us. And we'll use these. They're extremely hot, except for mobility. Then we will use the gowns that you will find. There are a couple holes in here to help you to make sure that it fits on your, and this one just goes over top. You will see that there is a tie that you can tie, and it ties in the back. If you need to have 2 gowns on, you put the backwards one on first, and then this one would be over top. The next thing I will put on is a mask. My hands are clean. I haven't touched anything. If I did by accident touch anything, then I would. And I'm going to wash my hands again because I'm opening up this box. I don't want to contaminate this box. And I just flip it over. Because I've touched something and I don't want to contaminate it, I will wash my hands again. But this is not a necessity for you. Then I am going to put on my mask. You'll make sure that your mask goes over your ears, depending if it's an N95 mask or just a normal mask. You'll see that it pinches over your nose, so it's nicely tucked. And then you will put on your shield. Now, depending on where and what type of shield you have, where did I just put mine? I had it here a second ago. There it is. You'll see in the classroom we're using this type of shield. Now, I'm washing my hands, but if everything was clean and in order, I wouldn't have to do that. But I am before I touch my box of gloves. I personally prefer to have a larger pair of gloves, just so that it is easier for me and I don't break my glove. If you're at a placement and there's no extra large gloves and you need extra large gloves, please let me know. So you'll always make sure that you don your gloves last and they cover your part. There is a finger loop in here, which helps with you donning your gloves and keeping them where they need to be. So I would go in my room now. I would do everything that I need to, and inside the room there would be a box for garbage. So I would remove my gloves first. I prefer not to pinch here by the wrist because I could touch myself and get into the habit. So I always watch for my students either in the middle or up by the thumb. You'll take that one out. This is considered clean. And I'm going to, there we go. And I'm going to dispose of these. I am going to wash my hands because I am touching the inside of my gown. Next comes my gown. Now, when you're removing your gown, you make sure that you take apart the top. And I'm just going to break it. And I break the back. And what I do is I take my gloves like this, or my gown like this, move my hands in, and you roll the gown with the clean part against your body in there, and you deposit it into the waste paper basket. In your book, it tells you can leave the room, or some places allow you to. Most places, I've never been in any where you can't remove your goggles and mask except outside the room. Goggles go next. You don't have to wash your hands. My mask goes next. If it was during COVID, you would see that I would have an N95 mask underneath and one of these on top, because I never want to break my shield from an N95 mask. So, and then I would take this off in the garbage, and I would wash my hands again inside the door, and then outside the door there would be another hand sanitizer. If you're looking at an N95 mask and putting on an N95 mask, your N95 mask will be fitted. And your N95 mask, when you're looking at putting them on, my hands are washed, they are ready. You will put them on your chin, and you will bring them up this way, and you will make sure that they fit properly. And before I touch that, if I was wearing this all day, you'd want to keep this sealed as closed as possible. And when I go into an isolation room, I would be donning another mask outside their room over top like this, so that it does not, nothing drops onto my mask. So you will see this happening if there's somebody with COVID in your rooms. So then when I would leave, I would remove my gloves, I would hand sanitize, I would remove my gown, hand sanitize, goggles, hand sanitize, mask, this mask comes off, and hand sanitize, and this one stays on. Nothing has been on top of it. So I've never broken my respirator shield, and protects me from breathing in anything that is airborne. Thank you. And that's all for now.